Hello, welcome and welcome back to episode 43 of Things DIORPIUM wants you to hear. Today we only got 8 things, you know what I'm saying? We got some recap, we got some predictions, we got a couple other things to talk about. So excited. Let's just get right into it. Nothing to hold back from. Serious topic to start off, no jokes, actually, so serious. Let's all pray for Shavkat. Let's send thoughts and condolences and hugs and prayers. He's going through it, man. You know, we know about how Shavkat's situation has been his last couple of years or whatever, but his father just passed away as well. So we're out here praying for Shavkat, hoping that everything's okay. But just like recapping real quick, like just saying it without trying to put too much energy towards it or whatever. But obviously he had that knee injury against Ian Gary, and then his wife and his son were in that car accident, and then he went through a divorce, and then now his father passed away. Like, damn, boy. And he got re-injured, with the knee, just some other shit, oh man. I wonder what's going on with him, how he's holding up. Hope he's good. He looks like, might be a little rough, but somewhat jolly at the gym. We saw the sparring footage when he was, I don't even know, but we saw that. He was looking like he was moving around, feeling and looking good, but man, I don't even know. But just putting that out there. Let's just pray for Shavkat. He's been going, he's been getting hit. Let's just say that. Next one. GAMROT versus SALKILLD recap app. All right, let's see here what's going on. Let's go to the first fight of the card. Was at work as I am on Saturdays. Thank God. This card was actually decent. It was okay. Juliana Miller getting the sub in round 2 as she does. Ravina Oliveira sucks. Next one, Jose Montana flattening out Louis Sutherland and then rear naked choking him. Pretty good. I mean, I'm glad it was quick. You know what I mean? Somewhat entertaining. Louis Sutherland's just gonna spam the leg kicks initially, so send that straight right hand down the middle, drop his ass. Definitely good counter to that. I don't think he really did that. And I literally just watched it back. I don't even remember, to be honest, even though it was a minute 50 seconds. But yeah, whatever. He had hooks it, ended up flattening him out. No, Louis Sutherland tried to fat man's roll or whatever out of bottom position. Just couldn't even commit all the way and just didn't even get to be able to roll through all the way. Ends up with fucking Jose Montana on his back, gets lined out, rear naked choked, yada yada. Next one, DR Nurgazai versus Bruno Lopez. DR Nurgazai basically just drops Bruno Lopez with I don't know, just clobbered him. I think it was with his left hand, maybe right hand, I don't know. And then he genuinely got rocked for real. There's low key a delayed reaction, but not even that bad. You could just tell he was just forward, and it was as he was coming back, he was whoa. Not crazy delayed to where you should be concerned, but it was still cool. But then somehow he didn't get the TKO there. Bruno Lopez stands up, is basically still out on his feet, surviving. Somehow gets a takedown. DR Nurgazai stands right back up, whatever. And then basically starts plotting for the finish. It's 30 seconds, 20 seconds left to go in the round. He literally gets the finish with 1 second to go. It's a left hook basically up against the cage. Does that shit. Pretty clean, pretty impressive performance. Let's go. Next one, Steven Aspinall versus Guilherme Pat. Steven Aspinall just has another Steven Aspinall performance. It wasn't his striking looked a little better, his defense looked a little better, but you know how it be. You know what I'm saying? A lot to work on still. As do I. So not really trying to do too much there. But it was still good. He had Guilherme Pat and a little guillotine ninja choke, little whatever the fuck you want to call that, front choke. I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe a little guillotine. Standing guillotine. Duh. Then finished through with that. Obviously went to decision. He won. It was good. Not as much damage on his face this time though. That's good. Every time he has a fight, bro, he's just cut open everywhere, bleeding so bad. Next one, Ty Miller versus Billy Ray Goff. I was in the midst. Let's just say that. Of these tables at work, fucking just serving, slanging sauces and whatnot. But for Billy Ray Goff and Ty Miller, for what I did get to see when I was, back there just peeping it for a second or whatever, Ty Miller looked like a dog. He was throwing a hella uppercuts that I noticed that looked really good. Billy Ray Goff, he looked good initially, then just started slowing down. I think he just slowly started getting battered. It was just bad, to be honest. Didn't get, like I said, I didn't get to really watch it for real, but it looks like he got a KO in 15 seconds in the third round. I don't really remember what it was or whatnot. I'm gonna be real, but Congratulations to Ty Miller. He low-key is a beast, and this is what it is. Next one, Alexa Tainara versus Amanda Lemos. Didn't really get to watch this one for real, but I low-key saw them like throwing hands, and I saw Alexia Tainara or whatever, Tainara eating hella shots. So she got a crazy chin. I thought Amanda Lemos would probably try to like grapple more, but I guess it just didn't even really work. Like I said, I didn't really get to watch this one too. Like I said, I was in the midst. Rush gets lower. All right, the rush stops. It's still a little steady, but I can like chill for a second. Darren Elkins versus Yadier Del Valle. Wow, how fucking brutal, dude. Drops him with like a right hand down the middle, but rocks him before that, and he like just like wobbles back like an old man, bro. Like Darren Elkins, like it was a retirement fight. Not the way you want to go out, but like you said, he's glad he had the opportunity to maybe have a good chance to go out and in the most good way possible. That's good for him or whatever, but I don't know. This was just bad. And like literally when I hear Darren Elkins like talk, like I just like I don't know, like something it just really like it just I don't know. Like I'm not even trying to be funny or anything, but it really makes me like want to like get like better headgear, like just like I don't know, like be more courteous of my brain because he just sounds like bad like CTA Max, like yes a little bit, but it just his eyes look so docile when he looks into the camera, like they just look like glossed over. Like I don't even know how to explain it, bro, but yeah, he should have retired a couple fights ago. Shout out Darren Elkins though, he's a beast, hella history in the UFC. He's doing that. Yadier Del Valle looked decent, but he honestly kind of had to have this kind of a performance. Otherwise, it probably wasn't gonna look good for him. Next one, Diego Ferreira versus Billy Quarantillo. Diego Ferreira basically just like outdogs him for 3 rounds. Billy Quarantillo looked somewhat decent initially, but literally just like felt like for most of the fight he was just like a heavy bag at range. Diego Ferreira was throwing hella teeps to the face. Billy Quarantillo was like cutting angles really good to kind of like get out of that, but Diego Ferreira still would just come forward and kind of like set the pace for Billy, and Billy couldn't keep up with in the last couple rounds. Like literally in the beginning of the second round, I feel like you could just see he was just like, oh my god, like this is already not looking good. And in the beginning of the third, same thing but even worse. But it was just like, and I'm pretty sure I didn't get to watch the audio. All right, whatever, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure the corner was just telling him to like not like go out there and survive, but just like giving him the worst corner advice possible. Like Diego Ferreira's 42, yeah, but he's a dog. Don't get me wrong. He really looks like he gives me like Figgy vibes, like on the low. You know what I'm saying? But Diego Ferreira is a dog. Like I said, he just like he looked good in this fight. I don't really remember exactly what he did or what he didn't do, but when I was watching it, all I know is it was just face deep, going for a heavy shot, maybe blitzing in, throwing like a quick 2-3 piece combo, maybe 3. And then backing out and really just beating the fuck out of Billy for like what 3 rounds. So it's pretty good. Next one, Quillen Salka versus GAMROT, and boy, let me fucking tell you, this is some fucking bullshit, dude. So I'm at work or whatever, watching it on my phone. I'm cleaning my section. I'm putting the chairs up, sweeping whatever. I have my phone set up. Yada yada yada, whatever. Fucking, it's like 4 minutes in. Like I'm watching it. This is crazy. Quillen's like defending the takedown. He shoots a takedown. He gets a takedown. He low-key like drops GAMROT with like a check hook. Like it's so insane. Like you're not thinking this is happening in the first round, let alone it is right before my very eyes. 4 minutes and like 10 seconds. Oh my god, it's insane. This is right before Quillen gets his back or whatever and puts him in the rear naked. My mom fucking calls me, bruh, and my whole shit just stops because and just like mom or whatever pops up on the top of my phone like notification, and so I don't even get to see it, and I have to like my phone's over here set up, and I'm like sweeping my section, so I have to run over here. Fucking don't answer that shit because it's fucking main event's on, swipe it up. Sorry. Love my mom. Don't get me wrong. But Cool and SALKILLD's on. Fucking I swipe up on the notification. Not that I don't decline it, but let it ring or whatever, press play and make it go live. Bro, Quillen's literally like, bruh, how the fuck am I gonna miss that shit, bruh? Like I was actually just so like pissed, low key. I was like, bruh, this is the main event. That shit would fucking happen. What the fuck ever, bro. What the fuck ever, but Quillen Salkilld gets a rear naked choke in the first round. Insane. He actually schools GAMROT. It's just like no one would have thought. Like I literally had GAMROT probably winning by decision, if not Quillen maybe getting like a 4th round TKO after like kind of surviving GAMROT for a couple rounds. But it's just also so insane, bro. Like so impressive. Like he's really proven himself to be a top dog in the lightweight division. Like that new generation definitely coming in. You know who's doing that to GAMROT, bro? Charles couldn't even do that to GAMROT, bro. Like, what is going on? Like, I'm tweaking thinking about this. Like, Kulan Salkil is a beast. Um, yeah, he calls for the top 5 shot next. I think give it to him. Everyone's saying Max Holloway. That's an insane fucking fight. How do you not do that fight? How do you not do that fight? I don't know. Let's go to the next one here. That was really good. They're saying Tommy McMillan versus Marwan Rahiki for UFC Noche added to the main card, and I'm pretty sure I saw that get announced. Oh my fucking god, I'm low-key worried for Tommy just because I think Rahiki's power is a little bit better, and his technique is a little bit significantly better within the within the firefight. Blah blah blah, but not even like that. But like, his technique is better to where the power is going to translate cleaner, if that makes sense. So I low-key could see Tommy getting KO'd here by Marwan. And that low-key is my prediction. I do fuck with Tommy. He's the dog. But I think this is like, not even like this is a little much. Like, if he game plans right and actually like is conscious about being like having a tighter guard or whatever, I could see him actually like catching Marwan. I don't know about dropping him. I never seen Marwan get dropped for him, I'm not going to lie. But you never know. It's a fucking fist fight. Shit could fucking, anything could happen. But I don't know, maybe Tommy McMillan via head kick on some just insane like setup. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just really saying shit now. But yeah, you kind of have to go Rahiki. They're both in camp. This isn't like crazy short notice. The fight's in September. Like, or I guess it is like a month away. Only like 4, 5, 6 weeks maybe. But I don't know. I'm so excited. That one's gonna be a crazy fucking scrap, bro. But yeah, Rahiki via KO. Second round, early second round. Locked in. That's my pick. Bruh. Number 4. Why you need to watch the Contender series, bro. Listen, I'm not over here telling you. Listen. It's literally just storyline. It's literally just storyline. You know how many champions come out of the Contender series? I'm just putting this out there, bro, and I'm gonna continue to glaze this man for the rest of my life, bro. Ronald Humphrey, bro. He's fighting on the Contender Series on week 3, August 25th. He's fighting Alexis Miranda. They finally announced it. It's going to be crazy. Bro, this is about to be a generational slime out. You don't understand. Ron has like what? He's 4-0, all first round finishes. Only went into the second round once and then still got the TKO. Ron is literally, they say, and I said it. I remember once I was sitting with Sana with Ron and just like people, and I was just, I don't know, we were talking about it or whatever. And I was like, bro, you Loki are built like Buckley, but with the grappling, or like you're not like with the grappling. Yes, listen, he is. That's what. Listen, he's Buckley, but with the grappling, obviously. But I remember telling him like, bro, you're just like Buckley, like the way he kind of has his hands out, kind of going up and down, like on some shit. You know what I'm saying? But like Ronnie's just more like technique, just more power, just everything's good. Like Tubbs has got him right, bro. Like I'm so excited to see him slime out 170, just like anyone in the vision in his way, like. They better give him Neil Magny after the Dana White Contender Series win, bro. Give him Neil Magny, bro. Give him Neil Magny. And then after he slimes out Neil Magny in the first round, give him a top 15 shot immediately. Immediately. Nah, in all seriousness though, bro, I think it's gonna be bad for the Ronald Humphrey and Alexis Miranda fight. Like Alexis Miranda is like decent. Like his like watching like tape on him, and you gotta imagine for him to get the opportunity in the Contender Series. It's either two things. One, he's been training crazy, and as he's a pro fighter, so I assume he has. But also, is he like a diversity hire? You know what I mean? Like, need someone from Mexico. We got someone, a lot of Americans. We got a little bit everywhere. We don't have no one from Mexico, but we got this guy. I think they're setting up Ron, bro. They see how insane Ron is. They see how much money they can make off of Ronald Humphrey, bro. But I'm literally just stamping my flag now, putting y'all on. Only 25 years old, bro. Stamping my flag. Putting you guys on. It's going to be crazy, bro. This shit's going to be so insane. He's going to slime out. I don't know his game plan or anything, so don't think that I'm over here trying to, impede on that. I'm not. What you think I want to ruin his opportunity? Nah. Yeah. So actually, never mind. I'm just going to keep it to myself, actually, what I think the prediction's going to be. But just know it's going to be slime out. It's going to be a generational slime out. And Dana's going to sign him immediately. Fuck the interview. Immediately in the cage. And he's going to get the bonus. Bonus stuff. All right. Whatever, bro. But yeah. So also expect, bro, I'm doing the Contender Series this season. Season 10. I'm gonna try to record all my reactions to all 6 weeks or 10. Yeah, 6 weeks, right? Or 10 weeks. I think it's 6 weeks. All 6 weeks. Record my live reaction, give you the recap, and just like see like my just tell you all my thoughts and who they'd match up good with initially in the UFC or whatever. Some lower tier guys on some shit, trying to make some contender series videos. So that one's gonna be really cool. Next one, the updated Apex looks so cool, bro. Like I'll have a couple photos on the screen, but like if you watched the card on Saturday, the Cool and GAMROT card, that was like the debut new meta Apex with all like the adjustments and all the upgrades and stuff. It low-key looks like a little arena, like on some like chill shit. Like it's the same vibe as like when you go to a concert and it's like some sort of a bigger artist. Imagine if it's some sort of like, imagine that you go see Suicide Boys, whatever, some Suicide Boys. You go see them, but it's in a smaller venue, so it's more like intimate and like chill and good. But also like it just looks so futuristic and cool and like, bro, I don't know. Like I wanna go to the Apex so bad, bro. I really wanted to buy tickets to the Contender Series fight, but I don't even think they sell tickets for that shit, which is like honestly kind of brutal, bro. Like I just gave it to like family and friends, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? But I just would like to experience that, but it is what it is, you know. We'll figure it out. Whatever. Yeah, but just look at the Apex, bro. This shit looks sick. The tables, the lights, the little arena vibe, more intimate. If you really are a hardcore, the Apex is probably for you or gonna be for you in the next few years or whatever. Next one, can Quill and SALKILLD beat Justin Gaethje? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I was thinking about this on the train. I was like, can Quill and SALKILLD beat Justin Gaethje? Like, the shit what he just did to GAMROT. Armin couldn't even finish GAMROT. Armin lost to GAMROT. Quill and SALKILLD slimed him out via rear naked choke and controlled him in the grappling and defended his takedowns. Like, how good is Quillen? Or was like he just actually a stylistic matchup for GAMROT? Like, it was just so crazy. Like, all right. So just short answer. Yes, I think he could beat Justin Gaethje. I just think Quillen's really good at playing at range, but then still kind of exploding in, but still getting out like good in and out, basically decent footwork, but he's just got decent power, and I don't think he would drop Gaethje because Gaethje really takes a lot to really KO Gaethje or drop Gaethje for real. And I'm not saying he couldn't. I think Quillen can. If anyone can do it, Quillen can do it. He got good power in the hands, the feet, the knees, everything, bro. But like, I don't know. That one definitely goes a couple rounds. You know what I mean? Like if they fought right now, it definitely goes like at least 3 rounds in a 5 round fight. And I could probably see Quillen honestly subbing Gaethje. Like that's like not off the table. Like if he's out here subbing Gamrot, he's out here subbing Gaethje. Like that's honestly like you're not crazy if you put money on that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think Quillen Salka can beat Justin Gaethje or what? Next one, Ateba Gutierrez versus Roman Kopylov. Maybe I didn't see what event it was for. Assuming like 331 or some shit. But like, bro, Ateba Gutierrez versus Roman Kopylov. Is this gonna be the final straw for Ateba Gutierrez and and Kopylov is gonna like be a little much, or will Ateba Gutierrez just power through Roman Kopylov because Roman Kopylov likes to stand at range and be a heavy bag and spam body kicks? As much as I fuck with Roman Kopylov, just like he can bite down. You know what I'm saying? He's got this nice little Russian stoicism to him. You know what I mean? I really fuck with Roman, and just like he's not too like built. He's just really just all like technique, and that's what like I really fuck with that about like certain fighters like that are like that. Like you don't even like prove that you don't even need the muscles. You're just like that good. Like you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But uh. Ateba Gutierrez versus Roman Kopylov. I think Ateba Gutierrez would probably blitz through him and find the finish like up against the fence. Like I could see Roman Kopylov spamming body kicks and playing at range, and then honestly making Ateba Gutierrez like miss like when he throws his like lead overhand or like just any overhand or big hook or whatever, any big angled shot, make him miss, kind of circle out. And I think Roman Kopylov would kind of have to do that for 3 rounds, like kind of like circle out, pick him apart at range, and take it to a decision. Because I don't think he finishes Ateba Gutierrez for one. And two, I just think he knows that like he just can't get in a firefight or get in big exchanges with Tepa Gutierrez because he's gonna get dropped. So I think this one might be a little bit of a stinker in my DIORPIUM prediction or whatever. Just because Roman Kopylov, like if you're gonna game plan, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. You cannot let this dude slime you out. Like, come on, you know what I mean? I fuck with the Tepa. Don't get me wrong. I don't really care who wins this fight, to be honest. But I just think if I'm thinking about if I'm Roman, this is my game plan. If I'm a Teba, I gotta make it dirty. I gotta get all up in his grill. You know what I'm saying? Next one, UFC 330 final predictions. This is gonna be big. All right. And we're going to start with the first fight, which is Miktabek Orbai versus Jeremiah Wells, which is actually a crazy fight to start off this fucking card, I'm not going to lie. Insane ads. Sorry. Jeremiah Wells, his last fight was against Themba Garimbo. He won against unanimous decision. That's not really what we like to see, I'm not going to lie. He was going to fight Nicholas Dalby, I guess it says here, on May 16, 2026, whatever card that was, I don't know, but it got canceled. But yeah, now it's against Orbai. Listen, if you go with Jeremiah Wells, you're fucking lying. Anyone that goes to a decision with Themba Garimbo is not beating Miktabek Orbai. And Miktabek Orbai probably will just smudge him. Let's be real here. Probably will just smudge him, maybe even find the sub. I think that's my prediction. I'm going to go Miktabek Orbai by submission. Honestly, like, I could see like late round 1, but I'm going to say like late round 2, maybe early round 3. Like, it's kind of like a dogfight on the feet. And, he has to kind of like shoot and just like does it. You know what I'm saying? He gets it. Next one, Neil Magny versus Ramiz Brahimaj. Let's look at Ramiz here. I'm trying to remember him. His last fight was he lost against Punahele Soriano. Will he submit Neil Magny or will he lose? Is what I'm seeing here. Neil Magny, crafty dog himself, lost against Yaroslav Amislov in his last fight. That's not bad. Like, via anaconda choke. Like, come on. It's Yaroslav Amislov. Like, it's not really that bad. Like, this is what it is. The loss is aging great. But will Ramiz Brahimaj sub Neil Magny, or will Neil Magny MMA vet his way to a decision? I think there's only one fucking answer, and it's Neil Magny by fucking decision, buddy. Neil Magny by decision. There's no other fucking possible outcome. And it's Rafael Tobias fight week. Bro, they asked me why I fuck with Rafael Tobias. Why do I fuck with Rafael Tobias? Yeah, he lost his last fight. He lost his UFC debut against DR Nurgazai. Wow, such a bad loss. That dude's a dog. He just won yesterday or this past weekend against Bruno Lopez. We literally just talked about it earlier in this video. Whatever. Not a bad loss. There's no one else in his I guess he, got the sub in the contender series, but I don't know. Against Lucas Fernando, Fernando, I'm not too familiar with. He does look pretty insane, though, I'm not gonna lie. He's 29. 8-1 in the LFA, 0-1 in the contender series. Oh yeah, he lost to Cesar Almeida in the contender series. And then he lost to Azamat Bakov in LFA. Familiar name there. Whatever. He's getting a UFC debut against Rafael Tobias here. I don't know here, man. I don't know. Like, if we go, or here, fine. TKO, basically, unanimous decision. Big decision guy or TKO, or not much of a submitter. Let's just say that. For Fernando here, Lucas Fernando, but I have to go with Rafael Crafty Tobias. How can I go any other way? You have to go. He's a plus 175 slight underdog, whatever. Who cares? Put your house on Rafael Tobias. The reason I fuck with Rafael Tobias is because if you think about the fighter, just in a movie like hood up, head down, like takes off the hoodie or whatever, bald, like tatted up, you know what I'm saying? That is Rafael Tobias, bro. In his like it's just he is the main character, bro, in his movie, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he is just the fighter, bro. That's why I fucking with him. Next one, Vicente Luque versus Tresean Gore. And I think I broke down this fight and already gave a prediction, or some say. But I think Tresean Gore is going to TK. Honestly, I think I said rock him, drop him, sub him. Like, Vicente Luque has a decent glass chin, I'm not going to lie. And Tresean Gore got some heavy power. I think Vicente Luque will play at range, but I could see Tresean Gore really trying to like put head down and come with a good overhand that kind of clobbers Vicente Luque and then literally just wraps up the guillotine or like something. Like, that's all Tresean Gore loves to do is wrap up that guillotine, but he really could clobber Vicente Luque here and get a KO, or like I think really just do enough to maybe not flatline KO Vicente Luque, but do enough to open up for a submission just because he's so out of it because he just got clobbered or whatever. But Vicente Luque is also so crafty. Like, I really don't want to count him out. Like, the odds here are pretty even. Vicente Luque is a plus 110 underdog, so barely. And Tresean Gore's a minus 135, a slight favor or whatever they say. I don't know. Vicente Luque really could just like sub Tresean Gore here too, though, after like doing some damage. If he makes Tresean Gore miss, if Vicente Luque does have decent defense, it's just kind of like, if he gets caught, like people get caught, it is what it is. But I don't know. I'm gonna go Tresean Gore via sub. in like the second round, maybe late first, like after like a good scrap. You know what I mean? Like that's definitely on the table. Next one, Eric McConaughey versus Dante Johnson. Eric McConaughey Loki is good. I'm not trying to count him out. Like I remember his last fight. I don't think he won. No, he did. He beat Rodolfo Vieira. No, it was against Bangsigor Susakaev. Oh yeah, no, he Loki took and he beat Cody Brundage by split. Like that's a great win. um, I'm trying to think here. The Bangsigor Susakaev fight was crazy. He did get finished in the third round, but the fact that he took him to the third round, and I think he was winning because people thought Bangsigor was gonna lose, and then Bangsigor kind of clutched up. And as far as Dante Johnson, let's look at his last one here. He's 8-0, so obviously he's coming off a win or whatever. He also coming off split against Cody Brundage. So both of these guys own Cody Brundage. Before that, he had a win against Cedricus Dumas. Not a bad win at all. I'm gonna go Eric McConaughey winning by decision. I think that's kind of what just screams my thing here. Handing him Dante Johnson his first O. Dante Johnson isn't like an undefeated prospect to where it's like Ilia Topuria to where it's like no way he loses, or like Umar Nurmagomedov where it's like oh my god no way he loses. I guess he does have one on his record now or whatever, a loss or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. Dante Johnson, I think 2026 is a year of everyone losing their O's as it has been. So I think he's just another one on the chopping block to be real. And Eric McConaughey's crafty, and I think he's just more like. He's better at MMA than Dante Johnson too, which this is an MMA fight, so that's why I'm going with Eric McConaughey. Next one, Jalen Turner versus Kwai Fernandez. Loki, a crafty fight. I'm gonna go Jalen Turner. This is at 155. I thought Jalen Turner was moving up to 170, if I'm not gonna be mistaken, but I guess not. This is at 155. Kwai Fernandez, 11-2. Coming off a win over Harry Hardwick via calf kick. Oh, we remember him. And before that, he beat Guram Kutaledze. Fucking Guram, bro. Let's think here. He was in a fight for ASDM, and then the fight got canceled, whatever it says. But Jalen Turner versus him? I don't know. Jalen Turner just found God. And he beat the fuck out of Edson Barboza first fight back post church. You know what I'm saying. Kwai Fernandez is a beast, but so is Jalen Turner. I don't know. Like, I'm going to go Jalen Turner. I'm going to go Jalen Turner via the power of God. That's it. That's my breakdown of that fight. It's going to be a good striking fight, but I think Jalen Turner somehow is going to get him to the ground and just out MMA him in the grappling. Like, I don't know. Like, does Kwai Fernandez even have any subs? Calf kick, strikes, unanimous decision, head kick, body kick. Punches. He has one arm bar, two arm bars, maybe a couple subs early in his pro career, but nothing as of late. And I think Jalen Turner, maybe he's just more capable of getting a sub now in their careers or whatever, even though he's losing. I don't know. Jalen Turner could do it. Like I said, him via the power of God. Next one. Chidi Njokuani versus Joel Alvarez. Joel Alvarez steps in on short notice. Good fight for Joel. And that's what I'm going with here. Joel Alvarez is coming off a loss against Yaroslav Amislav. It is what it is. Whatever. Yaroslav's a beast. How can we be mad at that? Chidi Njokuani, on the other hand, coming off of 2 losses against Jake Matthews and Carlos Leal. So that's why Joel Alvarez is going to win. Just saying. That's why he's going to win. And just Joel Alvarez is going to beat the fuck out of Chidi. I'm so excited. Like, I'm going to go Joel Alvarez by sub. Joel Alvarez by sub. Probably like Darce and Anaconda with his long ass arms. Chidi Njokuani, I don't think I ever seen this man get a sub, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like after watching, yeah, his sub is 4% of his wins, bro, and he has like what 35 wins, 25 wins. Like Joel Alvarez by sub, put your house on it. Is what it is. Chidi Njokuani's decent striker, pretty. I've seen him, clap some guys. You know what I'm saying here or there, but pause. But I don't know. I just don't think he's going to be able to stand with Joel. This is definitely an easy fight for him. Let's go, Joel Alvarez. Next one. Edson Barboza versus Esteban Ribovic. You got to go with Ribovic just because Edson Barboza should have retired a couple fights ago. He is still a dog, but I just think that the damage he's took is added up, and he's just like a shell of himself compared to what he was. But don't be surprised if he retires. I don't know if he will, though. He just seems like he's still in it for the love of the game. But go him though. I fuck with Edson Barboza, obviously. One of my favorite kickers of all time. But Edson Ribovic is just younger, more explosive, gonna destroy him. I could see him actually TKOing him in the second round. That's gonna be my prediction. I think the first round's going to be dog. I think he's going to beat the fuck out of Edson, do a bunch of damage, as that seems to happen to Edson as of late in his career. Like, if Jalen Turner's going to do hella damage to you, Esteban Ribovic is going to do bad things to you. So, expect that. So, Esteban Ribovic via second round TKO. Probably just like a flurry of just like hooks, like body hooks, like mixing it up body and head like hooks. Like that's what I'm thinking. And then Edson just like kind of like shells up and just like sinks against the cage, and the ref has to step in and stop it. I don't see like no flatline KO, just kind of like accumulation. You know what I mean? Feature fight: Mansour Abdulmalik versus Dustin Stoltzfus. Obviously, Mansour Abdulmalik is gonna win. Dustin Stoltzfus coming off of back-to-back losses against Kevin Gastelum and Ruziboyev. Like, I'm like, come on. Mansour Abdulmalik is a beast. Obviously, coming off a loss to the GOAT, Yusri Belgarui, who just got outclassed or whatever. Yes, he had the draw with Cody Brunge, got overturned, whatever. Destroyed Antonio Tricoli. That's chill. Guillotine round 1. It was quick. Punches, TKO, ground and pound. No decisions here for Mansour Abdulmalik. Let's just say that. So it's going to be a generational slime out. They're definitely setting him up. They're trying to promote him for the middleweight division. Mansour Abdulmalik is a beast. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, they're obviously setting him up. That kind of just is what it is. Yeah, but you got to go him via probably TKO in the first round via ground and pound, beating the fuck out of Dustin Stoltzfus. Elbows, punches. He maybe gets a fat cut on his face. You know what I'm saying? And then just it's quick. Like I think like actually like 2 minutes. No, like if it goes farther than that, I'm gonna like it's just like come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like watching him fight Cody Brundage in UFC Atlanta. Yeah, type shit. Oh wait, I can't. Type shit. Like the fact that it went that far, like low key is not a good look. Cody Brundage is crafty, but Mansour Abdulmalik, come on, Mansour, you were so much better than that. But yeah, him via TKO in like the first round via ground and pound basically. Featured fight. Thank God this is the feature bright, bro. Charles Johnson, active as fuck. How can he not be one of your favorite flyweights? Fighting Jose O fucking Choa, who I also saw on the Atlanta card. Bruh, Charles Johnson. Thank you for signing this contract. And Jose Ochoa, thank you for signing this contract. So also saw Jose Ochoa fight in UFC Atlanta when he slammed out Cody Durden, which is insane. I got a lot of people that pulled up to the A on this card. That was a generational slime out too for Jose Ochoa. Definitely a good one. But like I said, I'm gonna repeat myself. I had predicted this fight a little bit ago on one of my earlier episodes of Things DIORPIUM wants you to hear. But guys, Charles Johnson is gonna knock out Jose Ochoa in the early or just like in the second or third round, just later in the fight. He's just gonna uppercut him, not uppercut him for real, but I think he's gonna slime him out with just like some crazy, like it just is what it is. He's gonna catch him and then get a TKO and just gonna be like, like that's just like. And the reason why he's gonna do that is because Charles Johnson slimes out anyone that has a future in being in the top 5 in the flyweight division, and Jose Ochoa has a bright future in the flyweight division. Knocked out Joshua Van, knocked out Loner Kavanaugh. Who else is he knocking out? Like he's losing to cans like Bruno Silva, bro. Like I guess he barely beat Bruno Silva, but he was like a robbery looking. Like it was close, but you know what I'm saying? Like we fuck with Charles Johnson over here. Like I said, one of my favorite fighters, probably if not my favorite fighter in the UFC right now, overtook Buckley low-key a little bit. Just based off the activity, man. And just like, yes, he lost to Asoma Bai via Sulev stretch or whatever, but he's still a beast, though. Like, he literally was talking about in an interview or his live or some shit. He was like, yeah, I tapped because I want to be able to remain active and fight, actively or whatever. So you can't be ashamed of the tap, bro. He got is what it is. Right back here with it, basically an even better fight stylistically for him. And then in the featured fight on a UFC numbered event. So this is just so good for Charles Johnson. Hopefully he gets everything handed to him the way he does. That's what you get for working hard. All these opportunities. Let's go, Charles. Yeah, but via like slime out. I'm gonna say like third round. Co-main event. Gillian Robertson versus Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern's probably gonna do it, but I'm gonna go Gillian Robertson via TKO in like the late 5th round or like late 4th, like in the last 2 rounds. Like Mackenzie Dern just slows up a little bit. Gillian Robertson has like controls the pace. Maybe Mackenzie Dern sets the pace initially, but I think Gillian Robertson will kind of like match it. I think they're gonna like touch each other on the feet type shit. But then, like, no one's really going to, like, rock anyone. Like, both of them really just don't have power. If anything, I think Mackenzie Dern might have a little bit more power. Like, Gillian Robertson is one of my favorite UFC fighters, WMMA fighters. I've said it. I'll say it again. Saw her in UFC Iowa. It was chill. It was cool. But I don't know. Mackenzie Dern probably has like a little bit of the better grappling and the better like how do you say like better control grappling. Like if she gets in the control, like in a position where she can control Gillian, she can probably do that better than Gillian could do that to her. But if Gillian does that, she does have good ground and pound. Mackenzie Dern doesn't really do ground and pound. She does, but it's more she just tries to go to find the sub. But Gillian Robertson has good sub defense. I'm not gonna lie. Like you never really see her like in a position where she's getting subbed or like getting like in a body triangle, getting like a rear naked choke. But if anyone could do it, definitely Mackenzie Dern. But Gillian Robertson, I gotta go with Gillian, bro, via TKO. Like Mackenzie, like she's actually like doing a little bit of damage. Her little tiny elbows cutting up, doing these micro cuts in her face and shit. But yeah, I'm gonna go Gillian via late 5th round TKO, unless they just let it go and then they just give it to Mackenzie because it goes to decision or whatever. But yeah, that's that main event. Let's fucking get here, guys. This is what we're out here for: Islam Makhachev versus Ian Gary. And like I said, Islam Makhachev will drown Ian Gary with the grappling. He will control him. And on the feet, I think he's going to be a little bit quicker. Maybe, and call me crazy, Ian Gary, he's a boxer. He might have quicker hands, this and that. But if we're going like MMA striking for MMA striking, Islam has better technique, I think, which leads to better power. And if but I don't know. Ian Gary is just so huge too at the same time. Like I really want to see them face off because I just want to see, you know what I mean? Like you really just want to see like Islam really has to get the sub. And I'm going to go Islam by Darce like in the second round, like making it like chill, making it easy. If anything, actually, maybe not the second round. I'm going to go Islam by Darce like in the 5th. It's going to be a dramatic fight, I think. I think it's going to be way closer than people think. I'm not trying to undermine or underappreciate, or actually, I am trying to underappreciate, but I'm not trying to undermine Ian Gary, bro, because I know he's really good and he can actually sit here and stand with Islam, especially if he plays out range. But with the grappling, Islam's going to drown him, bro. I'm telling you, Islam's going to control him on the ground. He's going to just. When Islam gets in top position, Ian Gary's gonna kind of like hold him in a body triangle on the ground, or like like kind of like hold him like this, try to get in a position to where Islam can't really move throughout Ian's guard because Ian's really good at jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely in Ian's favor. Maybe the jiu-jitsu slightly, but I don't know. Islam Makhachev is just here to like kind of style on kids. That's what he said. He said, "I'm not here to lock in double champ status anymore. I got that. I'm here to I don't think he said entertain, but he said like like I don't know, he's fighting for legacy now at this point, so he's not trying to be boring. He said that shit. I don't know. There's not really much to break down except I just think Islam Makhachev is gonna slime Ian Gary via Darce, and it's just gonna be another one to add to the collection. Or if anything, maybe like a Kimura or just like a rear naked choke or like just something. Like I know it's gonna be by sub. There's no way it's anything else. Like Islam's only KOing people that are smaller than him, and I think Ian Gary might be significantly taller and have like a little bit of a crazier range. I don't know. Islam does have long arms, like a good reach, but I think Ian Gary's gonna have the longer reach just because he is more of a true welterweight compared to Islam, who did move up from 155 and got a 170 frame to do that. So. That's that. I'm excited. Islam Makhachev will slime out Ian Gary via sub and put an end to this madness. He will put him back in the chair and slime him out. So, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good day. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that. Yada, 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 whatever. Follow me on Instagram at DIORPIUM and let's win the world for the clips. DIORPIUM clips on TikTok. La, 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 la. All that. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.